Alright, y'all, I'm getting ready for Galentines, and I just feel like I don't do enough TikTok get ready with me's, partially because I feel like I'm really bad at them, and I'm used to doing like longer chit chat get ready with me's on my YouTube channel, and TikTok I have to like do fast things. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I have to just format my get ready with me's differently, so I'll try to work with y'all as best as I can. Alright. I don't know why I opened my mouth doing that. I'm running really behind. I have like 30 minutes to get ready. So we're gonna do some primer, and this serum I've almost used up. Like, I feel like there's barely anything coming out of this, but this just adds a little bit of glow underneath your makeup, if I could, get it out. Okay. Already off to a bad start. Alright, I did at least pick out a really cute outfit. Actually, I have two options I'll show you guys to choose between. I like using this e.l.f. primer as well. I use multiple primers. Also, another thing about me when I'm doing my makeup, I have so much makeup, but I always limit myself to whatever is in like one makeup bag when I'm getting ready, because I've noticed having way too many options when I'm getting ready sometimes is overwhelming, and it makes it really hard for me to just make a decision. But this Milani concealer is hands down one of the best concealers I've ever used. Alright, I'm also still figuring out how I'm gonna do my hair because it's a hot mess under this bonnet, which is why I have it on. Alright, and I've been using the Sephora Clean Foundation. I got this on sale a minute ago. Actually, it was when I was still working there, I think. For those of you who don't know, I actually used to work at Sephora. I don't really do my makeup as much when I worked there. Of course, I was doing my makeup all the time, but once I stopped working there, I also kind of stopped wearing makeup. So don't get me wrong, I really did like working at Sephora when I did. Well, at least in the beginning. I want to say I've done a story time about it, but for those of y'all who are new to my page, hi, I'm Jasmine, and I went to cosmetology school to do hair and makeup. I am not working in either of those fields at the moment. I'm actually using my psychology degree. But anyways, I used to work at Sephora. I also used to work in a hair salon. Hi, I've had a lot of jobs. Anyways, one of the best perks of working at Sephora was the gratis, aka training product. So I used to get to try a lot of the products for free, basically. And the reason Sephora would do that is so that employees could be knowledgeable about products, so that they could better, well, obviously sell them to customers, but also so that they can answer and give like legit recommendations for products to clients when they come into the store. And even though it's been legitimately over 2 years since I've worked there, I still have well, it's been almost 2 years. I still have a lot of gratis left from when I worked there. A lot of skincare, makeup, hair. Like, they let you try just about every type of item, even fragrance, but of course the samples. They're not giving us free full-size samples of fragrance. Alright, since it's a Galentine's party, I think I want to use this Paris palette from BH Cosmetics. It has like some warmer tones at the bottom, but I can mix it up a little bit. Okay, so here's a quick story time about why I did not like working at Sephora. So, as I mentioned previously, in the beginning, it was fine, it was chill. I actually worked in a Sephora in Kohl's, so I know it's not the exact same as just Sephora on its own, but Sephora and Kohl's is still like Sephora brand. We still have Sephora training, all that other stuff. So basically, because I was working in the Kohl's prior to Sephora being at Kohl's, I actually got to like put together the entire store when they got put into Kohl's. So I got to help set up the Sephora in Kohl's at my store. We had to put up like over, I can't remember how many products it was. I think it was like hundreds of thousands of products that we had to fill up the store, because people don't realize like makeup is small, but it's a lot of small things you have to put up in the store, and we literally put the entire store up in like a week, which is insane. Okay, I really want a sparkly pink lid, so we're gonna pull from the Jeffree Star X Morphe palette, and I guess use this like baby pink up here. But anyways, in the beginning, when the store first opened, I liked it because I really liked my coworkers. I was always working with people I enjoyed working with, and you know, since we were all kind of new to the store in a sense, or new to Sephora, we got to be able to kind of just do a lot of like fun-ish trainings. I'm gonna say fun-ish because not all of them were actually fun. So anyways, after a while though, they started cutting a lot of people's hours after the store opened, and also they stopped scheduling people to work together. So they would schedule like one person by themselves opening or closing the store, and it put a lot of pressure on whoever had to work by themselves that day. So because at the time I did not have like any other jobs, I had like pretty open availability, so they were always scheduling me to close by myself on the weekends. And let's just say I was struggling most of that time. So there's a lot of things that happened in between this, but to cut to a long story short, I'm just going to skip to why I ended up quitting, but not when I'm doing my eyeliner. So basically, after I was always scheduled closing on the weekends, there was one particular night where I came in to close by myself, no help. And while I was putting the store, walking around the store, I noticed that a bunch of fragrances had gone missing. Oh my gosh, why can't I find my brush? One sec. Being the good employee that I am, I messaged our employee group chat to let, you know, my manager, supervisor know, hey, a bunch of these perfumes are missing. I don't know, like, I just noticed. I don't know, like, when it happened, because to be quite honest, when I came in, I was not walking around the store to see what was and wasn't missing. But I notified my supervisor anyways. And this started an event I like to call Perfume Gate. So basically, because of how many stuff was missing, it was like at least like $500 to $600 worth of product. Again, these products were the testers that was taken, so it wasn't like it was, you know, it was used, but at the end of the day, it cost the store money to have to replace the testers from backstock or whatever. Alright, long story short, they decided to blame me for the products going missing. People were trying to say, oh, well, you're not doing your job. Why weren't you watching the store? Mind you, I was running the store by myself, trying to help people, also having to go into the back to get products. So I can't be in 3 places at once. So honestly, I'd been looking at other jobs since I was already tired of constantly having to close the entire store by myself, but that kind of just speeded it along, and I ended up finding my next job shortly after. Alright, I ran out of time, so I'm gonna have to show y'all the rest in part 2.